This is the Greater San Antonio Mid-Year 2025 Market Report. Few reflections. This 4th of July was a festive blend of family barbecues, fireworks, and moments to reflect on how the San Antonio housing market has come into the first half of 2025. Much like a great fireworks show, the year started with a few sparks and is settling into a balanced glow by mid-year. Whether it's celebrating America's birthday or selling a home, preparation and timing make all the difference. After a whirlwind few years, 2025 so far has been about finding balance. And that's good news for buyers and sellers alike. Here's a mid-year market snapshot. According to the latest San Antonio Board of Realtors data, here's how the market mid-year compares to a year ago. Closed sales, 1% lower than the first half of 2024, with 3,023 homes sold in June of 2025, down just 1%. In other words, sales volume has held almost steady year over year. Median price, $324,460, about 3 to 4% higher than mid-2024, a modest, substantial rise reflecting stable demand. Active listings, 16,655 homes on the market today, 14% up from a year ago. Months of inventory, 5.8 months, up from 4.5 months a year ago. The San Antonio market is nearing a balanced territory between buyers and sellers. Average days on market are 75 days on average for a home to sell, and homes taking about 10 to 12 days longer to sell than last year. What these numbers mean? Overall, prices are holding steady or gently rising while inventory builds, a healthy combination. We're not seeing the dramatic swings, but rather a market finding its equilibrium as we head into the second half of the year. Let's look at the first half market pulse. The first half of 2025 has demonstrated a resilient yet cooling market dynamic. Sales are only marginally lower than last year's pace, even with the jump in interest rates, which shows solid underlying demand. In fact, early June delivered the strongest weekly sales of the year, with over 1,000 homes sold in 1 week. Buyers are out there and making decisions, particularly for well-priced homes, but they are more selective and strategic than before. Meanwhile, buyers have gained breathing room as inventory grows. Many house hunters are taking their time, comparing options, and asking smart questions before they commit. Common questions revolve around roof age, HVAC history, HOA fees, and whether surveys and disclosures are available. All signs that buyers are doing thorough due diligence. Homes aren't flying off the shelf overnight anymore. A 75-day average time on market means buyers can weigh their options, and we've seen pending sales lag as some remain cautious. On the other hand, sellers have had to adjust their expectations. With nearly 17% more listings and only the same number of buyers, it's no surprise we've seen thousands of price adjustments each week as sellers respond to market feedback. In fact, a steady stream of price reductions shows that realistic pricing is key in this environment. Sellers can still find success. Remember, prices are up slightly year over year, but gone are the days of blind bidding wars. Today's buyer pool is educated and value-focused, so listings need to stand out on price and condition to get the deal done. Mortgage rates remain in the mid 6% range as of mid-year, between 6.6 and 6.8% for 30-year fixed rates. Rates have fluctuated a bit, but importantly, most experts don't foresee a drastic drop imminent. Here's the big picture in San Antonio. Our market at mid-year is far more balanced than the frenzied pandemic era. The data paints a picture of stable, leveled out market that isn't aggressively favoring either side. Buyers have more leverage and choice, and sellers who price and prepare right are still achieving good outcomes. It's a healthier dynamic for everyone. As one industry leader noted, even as prices hold strong, the increase in inventory and extended days on market indicate buyers are weighing their options more carefully. Both buyers and sellers need to be strategic and be prepared to navigate this evolving landscape. Our mid-year strategies and takeaways. Whether you're looking to buy or sell in the coming months, A smart strategy is essential in this more moderate market. Here's what the mid-year trends mean for you. For sellers, price competitively from the start. You still have pricing power in the market with stable values, but overpricing will backfire. Buyers have plenty of other options now, so the right price, not wishful thinking, attracts offers quickest. Remember, homes are averaging 93 to 94% of list price, and buyers are negotiating again. Don't worry, values aren't plummeting, but be realistic to avoid prolonged time on the market. Make your home move-in ready. With more inventory to choose from, buyers will gravitate to homes that show pride of ownership. Address deferred maintenance and consider modest upgrades. Fresh paint, manicured landscaping, and serviced HVAC systems can set your listing apart. Move-in ready and updated systems are what today's buyers want. Be transparent and prepared. Have your disclosures, your survey, and warranties ready to go. Providing a complete info package up front builds buyer confidence. In this market, an offer is more likely and more solid when a buyer has fewer unanswered questions. Some sellers are even opting for pre-listing inspections to proactively address the issues. Offer incentives if needed. It's not 2022 anymore. Consider tools like offering a rate buy-down, covering closing costs, or home warranty coverage to sweeten the deal. If your home is competing with shiny new construction or has been on the market for a while, these perks can attract buyers who are on the fence. Strategic incentives can make your home stand out in a crowded field and net you a faster sale for a small concession. Patience and flexibility. Expect that it may take a few weeks or a couple of months to secure the right buyer. Average days on market is up to 75 days, so don't be discouraged if you're not under contract in the first weekend. The key is to stay flexible. Be willing to entertain contingent offers or negotiate on repairs. With the right preparation and mindset, you'll still reach a successful closing in this market. It's a marathon, not a sprint. For buyers, you finally have choices. Use them wisely. After a few years of slim pickings, you can breathe easier. Inventory is up over 14% from last year, so more homes are on the market, and you can take advantage of the selection to find a home that truly fits your needs. But remember, the best homes, great condition, well-priced, and prime areas can still go quickly. Don't mistake a balanced market for a buyer's market. Desirable properties will attract competition. Be ready to act. Don't rush a bad deal. It's a nuance game, so no longer do you need to place a bid within hours of a listing, but you should still have your financing pre-approved and your home must-haves list ready. When a home checks all your boxes, move confidently and quickly to write an offer. In contrast, if a home isn't the one, you can afford to be patient. There will be others. This balance is a luxury buyers didn't have 2 years ago. Leverage your position in negotiations. With more inventory and longer market times, sellers are more willing to negotiate on price and repairs. Don't be afraid to ask for reasonable concessions, whether it's help with the closing costs or repair credits or mortgage rate buy-downs. About 1 in 5 sellers is cutting their price in our area now, a big change from 2022. You likely won't have to pay $20,000 over asking in this market, but focus on negotiating fairly rather than lowballing unrealistically. A well-informed offer with comps to back it up will be taken seriously. Do your homework on each property. With less frenzy, you have time to ask the important questions and really evaluate a home's condition. Always inquire about the major systems. How old is the roof and the AC? Is there a recent survey and seller's disclosure? What are the HOA rules and what are the fees? These questions not only signal that you're a serious buyer, they also protect you from surprises later. Due diligence is your friend. Use the option period to get through the inspection and negotiate any critical fixes. Don't try to time the interest rate perfectly. If the house is right, remember that the home prices are inching up, not down. Waiting for mortgage rates to drop 1% might cost you because the home you love could be gone or priced higher by then. If rates do drop in the future, you can always refinance. In the meantime, there are creative ways to ease the rate, such as a 2-1 buy-down or a 5-year adjustable rate mortgage. The key is to marry the house and date the rate. Lock in the right home and plan to refinance the loan if rates improve down the road. Neighborhoods and price points. Key highlights. Certain areas and price segments are leading the pack in 2025. The hottest zip codes are 78253 in the far west in Alamo Ranch and 78260 in the far north in Stone Oak area. These remain standout areas for buyer demand, and these communities offer a winning combo of excellent schools, family-friendly amenities, and neighborhood charm. Homes under $450,000 in these zip codes, especially those with modern upgrades, are seeing strong interest and often quick sales. If you're shopping in these areas, know the competition is still healthy, and if you're a seller here, your home's location is a major plus. Most active price ranges are from $250,000 to $500,000, and where majority of San Antonio home sales lie. This range represents the sweet spot for many first-time and move-up buyers and currently makes up roughly 2/3 of all listings and sales. Homes below $200,000 have become quite scarce. The entry-level market has shrunk. So many buyers are focusing on the $250,000 bracket for more choices. On the flip side, the luxury segment of $500,000 and up has been surprisingly busy, to higher-end homes accounted for 1 in 5 sales in the first half of the year, showing that affluent and out-of-state buyers remain active in San Antonio. The takeaway? Demand exists across the spectrum, but the $300,000 to $400,000 range is the hottest slice of the market in 2025. New versus resale. Pre-owned homes in established neighborhoods are holding their value and then some. Many buyers appreciate the character and prime locations of existing homes. In fact, sales of existing homes have outpaced new construction locally, as some buyers shy away from rising new building costs and construction delays. For sellers in older neighborhoods, this is good news. Well-maintained resale homes are in demand. New construction is still an important part of our market, especially for buyers wanting modern features and energy efficiency. But builders have been offering incentives to overcome higher costs and interest rates. If you're building new, you may have more room to negotiate bonuses like free upgrades or closing cost help. The rental market. Here's a note. With mortgage rates up, some would-be buyers have continued renting, driving rental demand. The average rent here in San Antonio now has hit $1,900 a month, and if you're an investor or considering renting out your home, you need to know that rents are holding strong even as more rental properties hit the market. And if you're debating rent versus buy, keep in mind that with rising rents and stable home prices, the long-term scales still tip in favor of buying. You build equity and can refinance later to lower your payment. As always, it depends on your personal timeline and finances, but our market conditions make a solid case for home ownership if you plan to stay put for a few years or more. Explore more on YouTube. For neighborhood tours, market breakdowns, home buying tips, and a closer look at San Antonio living, be sure to check out my YouTube channel right here, Living in San Antonio, Meister. I regularly post videos, updates on the latest housing trends, showcase different communities around town, and share advice for buyers and sellers. It's a great way to get insider insights into our market and our city. Feel free to like and subscribe to stay informed, and of course, I'm happy to answer any questions that come up in the comments of my videos. Remember, if you're looking to buy or sell a home here in San Antonio, you can connect with me, and my information is down below. You can see it easily, and remember too that who you work with matters. Bye for now.